This is Dan, your special newsman. Are most news fake these days? Are the news made to con or protect people? Are the news made to sell or to sway? Before I answer these few important questions, let me ask you one that I don't even need the answer to, because we all know it already. Are your thoughts mostly negative or mostly positive? Although humans have evolved into these amazing creatures with an amazing cognitive capacity that has surpassed every other species on Earth, with their sentient gift and abilities to love, to be grateful, to be angry, or even to feel the need for revenge. Why, in the recent decades or so, most humans have started to lose trust in one another, and the negative thoughts have since occupied most of their minds, frowning their faces and their souls more and more. Our entire human experience lays completely on this brain of ours, or better said, on psychological foundations. It all comes down to what we think and how we can think of certain aspects of our lives, and more importantly, how well we are able to steer our minds more towards the positive way of thinking in order to live a good life. We can experience an amazing time with some dumb friends or neighbors, or we can boil our brains out in stress and anger because of how we choose to see those same people. We can love our partner's flaws, or we can live some of the most awful moments of our lives the whole time we are with them. Okay, last one. We can see the full side of the glass, or the empty one. It all comes down to our ability to guard our mind from these negative thoughts. It's no different when it comes to the news. These massive private companies are in the business of selling. No sell, no growth. Remember what we said about all the world's companies' motto these days? Go up or go out. Same here, same with all of them. Going back a few lines to what I was saying, due to our mostly negative minds, we are not going to watch any news unless they are twisted to our preferences, forcing these news companies to adjust their product accordingly so they can sell as much as possible. If they would air just 3 raw and positive news in a row, they might actually give a poor man the sick to his stomach. I am not done yet. Hold on a minute. Personally, I stopped consuming news. Unless I am interested in something in particular, then I search for them myself instead of watching the whole bulk. I heard so many people saying that we must be informed, and this is why they cannot stop watching, despite being aware that they are mostly molded to their liking for a repeat custom. Fair enough from a business point of view. Although this might contribute to the collective mind state I mentioned earlier, where people could struggle to keep their mind on the positive side, possibly leading to many mental health issues as well. Who's forcing them to watch then? Sadhguru once said that our brain is the largest and most advanced chemicals factory in the world, and every negative thought orders it to pour out into the body many poisons at the same time. Now, how did we get here? There is another important aspect of why the news are sometimes delivered wrongly or completely hidden from the people. People panic easily, and when panic sets into our minds, you know and I know what happens. We start to act in a hazardous way for the society and are willing to go to any extent in order to protect ourselves and our families, which could be perfectly understandable but to a point. Of course, I didn't forget about the fact that 99% of the news agencies are now private. They have to obey their owners' rules, which sometimes are based on personal preferences or political affiliations, and sometimes force-fed to them by their higher bosses. Again, with the higher bosses and true leaders of this world, but you know this is true, and I can't change it if I don't say it. It is what it is, and this won't change until you know when. When everyone will understand that we need to unite and start to shape our lives our way. Twitter, now X, is trying to bring on the market absolute freedom of speech. Is that possible? Personally, I don't think it's sustainable for a few reasons. Firstly, the true leaders of this world will eventually find a way to stop it. But more importantly, I don't think the people are ready for absolute truth. Due to the facts I mentioned before, as some news will need to be pre-checked before will be allowed on any platform. A well-structured but false information can actually create a chaos and massive disruptions just for a dare or a bad joke. This would be crazy. The entire internet will soon become worthless anyway because of all the misinformation coming from so many different and untrusted sources. Okay, so what do you think about it? shall we start to focus on how we can leave something truly positive behind? You know where to find me. Love you all.